This is Deborah Clark. I'm really happy to be with you today. I'm your virtual career coach, and we're going to be talking today about growing lean, but get out there and grow. So this is our weekly Wednesday career success class. I'm really happy that you have joined us for this class today. So if you're just jumping in, and this is Key Success Factor 3 that we're already going through, I'll just explain a little bit to you. The goal for people that are in the Key Success Factors for Graduates program is that they are able to complete the entire 7-step process, so all 7 Key Success Factors, in a 30-day period. They're getting email broadcasts from me to keep them motivated to do this. Every Wednesday we're meeting and having a chat. If you've got questions and answers, I want you to type your question in the chat box that you see, and I'm happy to answer them live, and if I can't answer them live, we'll get emails back to you with them. At any time, if for some reason you're not seeing the chat box on your screen when you're watching this, you can send me an email to me personally, and it's Deborah, Deborah, at ebizcoach.ca. Ebiz is E-B-I-Z or B-I-Z, coach.ca. So go ahead and send me an email, send us a question through the Q&A box on the screen or the chat box, and we're happy to get back to you with those answers. So the first 2 Key Success Factors were covered off last week. They were your success mindset and your authentic mindset, so I hope you've already been through those playlists. Today I'm covering off with you money mindset. And I'm also always interested to hear what the greatest challenges are that you're experiencing this week. So in one of the email broadcasts that was sent to you last week, there was a survey, and I'm really enjoying reading the results that I'm hearing, that I'm getting back from the survey, that it's helping you to make better decisions on your career direction. It's giving you more confidence moving forward in a career direction. It's giving you some of the skills and knowledge to be more competitive in the job search that you're going through. So I want to know what your goals are by the end of this Key Success Factor program. So at the end of 30 days, what would make you the happiest and feel most accomplished and most achieved? What are some of those goals? So I want to hear your goals, and I want to hear your greatest challenges. So send those to me either by email anytime. Of course, I'm happy to communicate with you that way, or through the survey that's been sent to you prior. Next week, we're going to cover off Key Success Factor 4 and 5, which are knowing your customers, your niche, your colleague, what industry you want to get into, and then knowing your product, which is more about you. Those are absolutely exciting playlists as well. But I'm anxious to get started on this money mindset with you here today. So let's keep moving. So last week I said it was go time, and what do I mean by that? I know that by you joining me in this live class on Wednesday, or even just by signing up and taking the course, you're ready to make a change in your life. You're ready to move on. You've maybe just finished something. Maybe you've just graduated. Maybe you've just finished doing a little bit of traveling. And it's time for you to decide the best direction for your career. And you're committed. You're committed to finding the right employer and the right job. And you're absolutely at the right place. It's exciting. I can help you through that thought process. And there is a process involved to go through that, and for you to feel confident that you're making the best decision and the best direction for you. And what does all that turn out to be? You know, the best decision, the best employer for you turns out to be higher salary as well. And the compounding effect that that has, well, this is the money mindset segment, so we're going to do a lot more talking about that. So the key message in Go Time is that it's time to be accountable. And I want you to be proactive in your job search. I've worked with students for the last 15 years and recent graduates for the last 15 years. And not too many achieve great success because somebody else believed in them. You have to believe in yourself. And jobs just don't land in your lap. I mean, very seldom. It's generally I would say, the highest percentage of university students and college students getting jobs today are getting jobs because somebody else knew they were looking for a job, so it's been networking, connected. And that's what I want to help you to do. That's when I say to be more proactive in your job search, that's what being proactive is and that's what this training is going to help you to do. First of all, it's going to get you clear on the direction you want to go so you know what to tell people. And then once you know what to tell people, it's just going to naturally flow, and the connections are going to naturally be out there for you. And I'm going to give you a lot of tips of how you could reach out to people in this training as well. So in the next 30 days, I'm going to hold you accountable to be proactive, and your challenge is to complete all 7 key success factors in this 30 days, and by the end, you're going to have a personal action plan that's going to help you secure that awesome job. Now, if you're joining us on this weekly Wednesday call, and you can because I advertise it through Facebook, and you're not already as part of this program, the website that you see on the bottom, keysuccessfactorsforgraduates.com, is where you can go right now and register for this program so that you can get started and complete this in the next 30 days too. It's also time for me to kick up my responsibility with you. So I do make the claim that I want to make you accountable even when you're doubting yourself as we go through the training. And it's time for me to hold you accountable now with owning your worth. And this is the month we're going to do it. And I say we because I'm going to be right here with you every step along the way. We've already talked a little bit about the survey. I absolutely want you to the survey if you have access to that. And this is what some of you have been telling me. You want to be more competitive when you're applying for jobs. You want to be more confident in your career search and to adopt a stronger mindset for the business world. You want to know more about networking. You want to learn more about yourself to make better life and career decisions. So again, you're absolutely at the right place. I'm so happy you're here with us today. Just a quick overview of the 7 steps, and we've already completed Key Success Factor 1, Success Mindset, Key Success Factor 2, Authentic Mindset, so you've already learned a lot about yourself. Today we're going to talk about Money Mindset to give you a little bit more confidence going forward, to understand what your expenses might be, to understand the kind of salary that you're going to have to earn, and how to attract employers to get that kind of salary. And then we'll go on next week with Key Success Factor 4 and 5. So it's a great journey. Let's keep it moving. So today we're going to cover Key Success Factor 3, which is your money mindset. So in this playlist, the concept is that you're going to grow lean. You need to, in order to grow lean, you need to know your expenses. And when I say grow lean, you know, I had one student, I remember going out and getting a great job, his great first job, and the first thing he did was go out and buy himself a black Mustang convertible. And I was fortunate, a Mustang was one of my first cars, so I can appreciate that, that he went out and did that. But I kind of joked with him and said, well, you know, your employer likes that you did that because they know for sure you're not going to be leaving your job anytime soon, right? Because now you've got a huge loan payment that you're making. So if you're someone who's been blessed to be able to graduate without debt from school, quite often one of the next big purchases that you'll make would be a vehicle, or securing a lease where you go to live is a big financial commitment as well. So we're going to talk about how to get a better handle on what your expenses are going to be, and how growing lean, especially in the beginning, you know, get a good foothold on what you're doing. And I give lots of examples even of my own daughters that have gone through these experiences, how they went out and made big purchases, and then how they were able to grow lean and make better decisions along the way. So while you're continuing on your quest to identify and value the most marketable career traits, it's equally important that you are identifying and valuing your money mindset. And again, we're going to focus through the entire playlist mindset. And in this playlist, it's going to solve the problem, how much should I be earning when I graduate to cover my expenses? It's a pretty fair question to ask yourself. How much should I be earning when I graduate to cover my expenses? So first you need to have an idea, at least a ballpark idea, what your expenses will be. And then it's sometimes a real eye-opening discovery to see how much money you're going to have to earn to be able to cover off those kinds of expenses. And if you need to cut back on some of those expenses, now's the time you better figure that out. So the objective of Key Success Factor 3, sorry, I got a little bit of a typo there. The objective of Key Success Factor 3 is to know your expenses and to start out, at least, by growing lean. So in this playlist, there's only 2 videos, but they're a little bit longer. They're 16 minutes each. And I made 2 videos because there's really 2 different themes here. So the first theme is really owning your worth. I want you to know how valuable you are out in the marketplace. And I know after you graduate, and if you spend a little bit of time looking and you haven't been totally successful yet, your self-esteem and your confidence can get diminished very, very quickly. And I want to build that back up for you. I want you to really understand what you're worth in the marketplace, the need there is for good people. I have employers telling me all the time how hard it is for them to find good people. So if you're one of those good people, there's a market out there for you and your skills and your talents. And then the second video, I actually walk you through a spreadsheet that I've developed. It's an Excel spreadsheet. It's a cash flow expense example. It shows example living expenses after graduation. You can plug in your own numbers. It's set up for you both as cash flow and a budget spreadsheet. So it's got automatic calculations built in. You plug in some of your relative numbers and it'll flow through and give you a better idea of what it's going to cost for you to live and how much salary you're going to have to earn to live the way that you want to live. So the Own Your Worth topics, there's 4 exciting exercises in those topics, and then 2 in the spreadsheet area. So in total, there are 6 accompanying exercises, plus in this Attitude Awareness Action Toolkit that is part of this playlist, you're going to have salary resource guides in there. There's some tax resource guides in there. The salary guides are both for the USA and Canada. So some good information there for you, some good insight for you. So truly owning your worth is important. Knowing your value in the marketplace is the first step toward you attracting the right employer. Okay, understanding what your expenses are, understanding what you're worth in the marketplace, how much money that you need to earn to live the lifestyle that you want to live, and then it gives you some direction to attract the right employers. Who are the top employers in the different industries that you're going to be interested in that would be able to pay the salaries and give you advancement opportunities to grow in your career. So as a bonus today, because it is just one key success factor that we're talking about, I'm actually going to walk you through one of the playlists from the Attitude Awareness Action Toolkit in this Key Success Factor 3 playlist. I don't do this every week because this really isn't about me teaching the lessons to you, because the online course does that itself. But as a bonus today, I thought I would take you through one exercise that I think is a lot of fun and is an eye-opener for you in money mindset. Called the money speedometer. I think you'll find this fun. So all of us have this money speedometer, and it's set to something that's just kind of a natural number that we feel kind of comfortable with. And I want you to figure out, what is that money speedometer to you? So what feels like a good amount of money to you? And then how can we make that grow, right? How can you expand on that? So what I want you to do for starters is take the gross amount of all the money you've brought in your best year. Maybe it was this year, maybe it was 2 years ago. So in your best year, what was the most money that you brought in 1 year? Prior to any expenses, what was the gross amount? So I want you to think of all income and even gift money. So if it was a year that you were at school and you only worked part-time, but you were supplemented by, family or gift money. If you've been working in a junior job, but you got a bonus, it all counts. Okay, I want you to think of your best year of income so far to date. How much was that in total and gross? Do you have a number in mind? Maybe jot it down on a piece of paper. Now what I want you to do, this is a 2-part exercise. In part 1, I want you to take the 4 best months of income from all sources, so gifts, bonuses, salary, both jobs if you've got more than one job. Take the best 4 months of your income that you've had in the past year, or not even in the past year, ever, say ever. Divide that by 4. That amount is your current money speedometer. So you've taken your best 4 months of income, what you think they were, add them up, divide that by 4 so you get an average. That is your current money speedometer. That is the monthly amount that you already think in your head is pretty good. Okay, that's a number that you are accepting as being pretty good. Earning more than that number is going to make you feel better. Earning less than that number is going to make you feel like you're not quite there yet. That's your current money speedometer. So I want you to write down on a piece of paper, this is my current money speedometer. and write down what that dollar amount is. This is your current monthly money speedometer. And remember, your current money speedometer represents your past thinking, past beliefs, actions, and mindset. Once you've gone through this training program with me, you're trying to transform some of your money mindset, your success mindset as you go through this program, and your confidence is going to build. So to increase this number, you've got to transform your mindset to match the new speedometer amount that you want to create. Okay? But what this number represents is your current money speedometer. Let's go on to part 2. So in part 2, you're going to pick a new amount that you want your money speedometer, your monthly gross monthly income. What do you want that to be? And make it just outside of your comfort level. And why do you think that is? Why do you think we say make it just outside your comfort level? Well, if you stay within your comfort level, you won't be earning enough, or you won't be owning your worth, because you're just staying where it's comfortable and where it's easy. If you go too far outside your comfort level, it's not going to be believable to you. You're going to say, no, I'm never going to be able to make that. So make it a bit of a stretch. You already know what your current money speedometer is, where you feel good that you've earned. Make it a little bit of a stretch from that. And once you go through in this money mindset playlist and you go through that spreadsheet, you're going to have a better idea of what your expenses are and how much salary that you should be making. But take that monthly amount and just expand it a little bit and make it believable. Down on the same piece of paper, this is your new money speedometer. It should feel realistic, it should feel believable, but more important, it should feel thrilling. If you are able to earn this kind of money on a regular basis, you're going to be so thrilled with that industry, the employer, your way of life. You're going to feel like a complete success as a new graduate or recent graduate earning that kind of money. That's your new monthly money speedometer. And that's what I want you to work towards. So I want you to start focusing on your new money speedometer. It's going to help you attract the right employers. It's going to help you attract the right friends. It's going to get you into a networking circle that makes your new money speedometer happen. This is your new money mindset. And it really does work. It's holding you accountable for where you want to be in your life. So last week, I asked you to tell one person that you've officially started a career success program for graduates. And I asked you also to include what your goal is by the end of the program. You didn't have to verbally say that to someone, but I want you to at least say to yourself and write down for yourself what your goal is for the end of this program. This week, I want you to finish, this is your action items, finish Key Success Factor 1 and 2 if you haven't finished them already. You're going to finish Key Success Factor 3, which is money mindset. So these first three playlists are all about mindset. Success mindset, authentic mindset, and now money mindset. If you're already enrolled, you know you can go to the ebizcoach.ca website. You go to the login at the top of the page, and login page. And if you have forgotten your password, you can't find the email with your original username and password, you just put forget your password, you put your email address in there, and we'll send you what the username and password was for you. So get back into the system, get back at it, and get those first 3 Key Success Factor playlists completed. If you haven't already started with us, I've got a special introductory offer. Don't know how long this offer is going to stay up, so if you're interested, you should be going to the website now and registering. The special introductory offer is almost 60% off. It's $497. The regular price of the program is $1,197. And at that price, it's a bargain because with my goal for you with this course is that you can recover the cost of this program 10 times in increased starting salary for your new position. So how? Just exactly what we're talking about, owning your worth. So if some of you have been looking at jobs that are worth $35,000, and this has happened time and time again with students, I'm not making this up, students that were looking at $35,000 jobs, and I'm saying, how are you going to live in a city for that kind of money? And instead, they go through the program and they end up landing jobs $50,000. Well, that's a $15,000 increase in their starting salary for their new career, getting started full time. And think of the compounding effects that has on that person for the rest of their life, that extra money. So my goal is to make that kind of a shift for you by going through this program. And so for $11.97, if you're going to make $10 or $12 or $15,000 more in your starting salary by attracting the right kind of positions, the right kind of employers, and having confidence in your career direction, then it's very well worth the price of admission to go through this training. And your time is the other cost to you. I'm saying you can do it in 30 days. So let's get at it. $497 is a bargain, and get at the program. If you've got friends out there, it's good to have a buddy to go through a system with you. So if you're already taking the program and you've got somebody else that this might be able to help, forward on this replay link when it comes to you. Everyone who registers for the weekly Wednesday program, Career Success class, gets an automatic replay link sent to them. Forward that on to your friends. Have them join you in this as well. So that's what I have for you today. I'm very happy to join us. Next week's class is going to be next Wednesday. We're going to cover off the next two key success factors, which are know your customer and know your product, you. So cheers for now. We'll see you next week.